Jurisprudence. I'm testifying from Innsbruck, Austria. So I got married since 2011, and since then we've been praying to God for the fruit of the womb. I've been doing a lot of fertility treatments that never worked. In 2021, 10 years after, my friend Sylvia sent me the NSPPD link. For 2022, by the grace of the Almighty, I got pregnant. As soon as I got pregnant, I became scared. I went for my first scan and they didn't see a heartbeat. They asked me to come back a week after. During that week, while I was waiting for the appointment, it was just prayers, and Pastor Jerry kept on saying that what you're afraid of will not happen.
I am led to proclaim it again this morning. Better receive it with all of your heart. What you are afraid of will not happen.
And I kept on, rubbing the communion on my stomach and prophesying that there must be a heartbeat. After 1 week, they saw a heartbeat, and the rest of the months was just, so smooth. I didn't have nausea, I didn't have vomiting, I didn't have any pains or anything. It was just very smooth by the grace of God. Because I was, at first I was worried because I'm over 45, and they keep on saying that pregnancy after 45 years is quite difficult. But this time around, with being on the altar and declaring that what God cannot do doesn't exist, mine was just a smooth one. I had my baby in January, to the glory of the Almighty God. And 3 weeks after I put to bed, I had a stroke. I fell at home. I was unconscious. Called the ambulance, and by the time we got to the hospital, they said it was hemorrhage. They had to operate immediately, to drain the blood from my brain, because I was bleeding inside. And after that, they induced the COMA. So while I was still out, when I was still in COMA, the doctors kept on telling my husband all the things that could go wrong, that I might not come out of the COMA, or even if I do, I will lose my memory, I will lose the use of my hands, I will not be able to feed myself, I won't be able to walk, I'll be in the wheelchair. My husband was just crying. He was totally devastated. Like, how will this young woman live the rest of her life like this? Who will take care of this child? He was really scared. But during that time that I was in COMA, my sister-in-law told me, they printed my picture, they took my pictures from Facebook, printed my pictures, they placed them on the altar, and they were all declaring and praying. Anytime Pastor Jerry mentions anything that has to do with he will not die, even that week, my son told me that Pastor Jerry mentioned my case. My friend also said Pastor Jerry mentioned my case.
All people in COMA are waking up. That's what the Lord said to me. I just saw an angel. And the angel said, I've been sent to wake up people from COMA. I've been sent to wake up people from COMA. House to house, hospital to hospital, ICU to ICU. Record telemea. We decree, let this angel move. Let this angel move. Let this angel move. Wake up people from COMA. Even as the prayer is on, let them begin to wake up.
Everything is what they told me, after I came out of the COMA. And in fact, everything the doctor said about what could be the result after I get up or when I wake up, if I eventually wake up, none of it happened. Immediately I opened my eyes, I could recognize my husband. I didn't lose any of my memories. I didn't lose any of my motor skills. I didn't lose any of my brain functions. Everything was intact. I can walk. In fact, that the next day I started working. Immediately I started recognizing people. Like 30 minutes after that, I said, I'm hungry, I want to eat. They brought food. I ate with my hands. In fact, it was shocking for the nurses around. Everybody was just I mean, my nurse went to the other ward to go and call other nurses to come and see this woman. In fact, I give God all the glory. Truly, truly, what God cannot do does not exist. Thank you, Pastor Jerry. Indeed, what God cannot do does not exist.